Hey everyone! Today I'm going to be introducing a brand new series to the channel. I call it Pokemon Origin. I know, creative and original. I couldn't figure out a name for the series just yet, but when I do, I'll change the title of this video to the name I came up with. Anyway, everyone who has played X and Y hopefully can notice that Kalos is the Pokemon counterpart of France, with stuff like the Prism Tower being based off, you guessed it, the Arc de Triomphe. Today we are going to be analyzing some of the cities and routes in Central Kalos and seeing what they are based upon. If this series gets enough support, I will make parts for the remaining sectors of Kalos as well as other locations of the Pokemon world. But since the Kalos region has so much comparison with its real world counterpart, that would be a huge video. So today we will just stick to the Central Kalos region. Anyway, before we get started, if you enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and share this video with a couple of your friends. Let's get started. Vanillville is the beginning town of the player in Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. Its name is derived from the words vanilla, like the ice cream flavor, and ville, a common suffix for town names. That's all there is to say about Vanillville. It's pretty much just there to be there, and that's all. It's pretty plain and boring, probably why they named it Vanillville. It's a vanilla town. Kalos Route 2 is otherwise known as Avance Trail. Avance is the French word for advance. Game Boy Advance. Ruby and Sapphire were on the Game Boy Advance. Oh my god, guys. Hoenn confirmed! Sandalwood City is based off the Fontainebleau. The Fontainebleau is a place in the metropolitan area of Lumios. Excuse me, I meant to say Paris. Crossing my worlds here, oops. The Fontainebleau is a place in the metropolitan area of Paris. The Fontainebleau has a chateau, otherwise known as the Royal Chateau de Fontainebleau, which is what the Sandalwood City gym is based off of. Outside of the Fontainebleau, there is the Fontainebleau Forest, which is undeniably what the Sandalwood Forest is based upon. In Fontainebleau, there is a school called Inseed, which is the real-world equivalent of the Trainer's School in Sandalwood City. Lumiose City is clearly based off of Paris, since you have the Prism Tower, which is based off of the Arc de Triomphe, obviously. The layout surrounding the Prism Tower is similar to that of the area surrounding the Arc de Triomphe in France, further supporting my theory. Similarly to Paris, Lumiose City has roads connecting to all parts of Kalos. The only difference is that Paris's connections to all parts of France are used by railroads, while Lumiose City's connections to all of Kalos are used by routes. The 5 plazas are named after French words corresponding to each of their color. Rouge equals red, blue equals blue, vert equals green, magenta equals magenta, and jaune equals yellow, while the avenues are named after words corresponding to each of the 4 seasons. Estival equals summer, autumnal equals autumn, hibernal equals winter, and vernal equals spring. The name of the city comes from Paris's nickname, La Ville Lumière, or the City of Light. Fun fact, in the Magenta Plaza Pokemon Center, a young man mentions Team Plasma, while a young woman mentions Professor Oak's grandson, Blue, saying that he got Bonjour down perfectly, but when he left, he said, "Smell you later." While Camphray Town doesn't have anything significant about it, its surroundings have many significance. The Battle Chateau is based off the Chateau Chenonceau in the Loire Valley, and Route 7 is probably a reference to the gardens at the Palace of Versailles, as it appears very garden-like and leads to the palace. This is further evidence because Honedge, an evolutionary line of Aegislash, a Pokemon which served kings, can be found in the tall grass. This is the last part of the video, and probably my favorite area in Kalos, the Parfum Palace. Parfum Palace is based off of the Palace of Versailles located just outside of Paris, which was originally built as a hunting lodge by the French king Louis XIII, and later expanded into a palace by his son and successor Louis XIV. The palace is well known for being among the most opulent in Europe, and this opulence is referenced numerous times in the games. Like its game counterpart, the expansive gardens and man-made lake were the site of extravagant parties, a similarity which is pointed out by a visitor in Parfum Palace. Today, the site is a popular tourist attraction which requires expensive upkeep. This is cynically echoed by the man who minds the front gate and defends the high entrance fee to Shauna, saying the proceeds will be used to maintain the museum. The major difference between the two palaces, however, is that Parfum Palace is apparently privately owned, whereas Versailles is owned and maintained by the French government. Upon beating the champion and interacting with the painting in Parfum Palace, the player will notice that it looks like AZ. This is pretty interesting, as AZ is the Pokemon counterpart of Louis XIV, the Sun King. Pokemon Sun confirmed. Thank you all so much for watching this video. This video is really fun for me to make, so if you liked the video and want to see me do another one, tell me in the comments. I had a whole lot of fun researching, writing, and editing this video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. It was pretty interesting to see what all these places were based off of. I didn't even know that the Prism Tower was based off the Arc de Triomphe. I stupidly thought it was based off the Eiffel Tower or something absurd like that. Putting that aside, thank you for watching and I'll see you guys next time.